I grew up, of course, going to church every Sunday with my grandparents, and it was almost like I was forced. So for many, many years, I stopped going to church. And Ron, I, and Sophia moved down here almost 4 years ago, and he and I agreed that we needed to find a church, and we found New Community. Every time Pastor Rob preaches, it feels like he's talking to me. I feel something lifted off my chest. My dad got sick with stage 4 lung cancer in May of 2018. The first 18 months he fought the fight to the end, and when he died, a part of me died, and I did a lot of praying. I did, coming to church even more, and I was finally able to get over the emotions of being so angry. Since then, things have become easier. Decision making, for one, making better judgment. If I question myself, of course, I pray. I ask God, am I doing the right thing? And being here in church, it's a whole nother family that we didn't have, and I appreciate it. Today I'm being baptized because I want to open my heart to Jesus. I want to be able to walk alongside of Him. I have found my faith, and that's why I'm here today, to be baptized.
Before I accepted Jesus Christ into my life, I felt very alone. Before, I had a lot of negativity in my life. My glass was always half empty. It seemed like things were always pulling me in directions that I didn't want, and it seemed like I didn't have a lot of control over my life. Growing up with kind of a rough childhood, I kind of felt like Jesus was absent from my life. But turns out He wasn't. What brought me to Christ is growing older and realizing that all the things in my life that seemed bad ended up having a greater purpose. For everything in my life that ever seemed wrong, there was someone that God put in my life to pull me up. And after a long time of always feeling like a victim, I started to feel blessed and realized that even with all the hardships that I've gone through in my life, there was always a spirit looking out for me. And after a long time, I got out of the situation I was in, and life just started to fill up, and my glass became overfilling. Life has changed a lot now. I don't feel like a victim anymore. Now I feel blessed. I look around and see the things in my life that I have, and I couldn't be more grateful for everything. All the hardships that I've ever faced, I'm grateful for those. They made me the woman that I am today. My family has grown. I met my husband Heath, who helped bring me to Christ, and now we're expecting our first child, which is a huge blessing. I want to be baptized because I want to make the final commitment towards living my life with Jesus Christ.
Life before Jesus was difficult and hard. I was super depressed in my 8th and 9th grade year. I wanted to control my own life, and that caused my anxiety and depression just to control me, and it was just an awful time. And I didn't have any friends at the time, and it wasn't great. My life since Jesus has been completely different. He just completely transformed my life, and just everything about me, and how I view things, and how I go about my daily life. And during my 11th grade year and senior year. That's when I really had a complete transformation, just spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally. He's just amazing, and he's brought so many people into my life to help me, and for me to build a relationship with him, it's pretty great. It's just the best thing. I would never ever go back to life before. I want to be baptized because I feel like now is the time. I've waited for a while, and I've been asked the question by my parents or just people when are you going to be baptized? And I just never felt like it was the right time. And I feel like now it's the time.
Coming back to Christ after becoming a Christian as a child, what brought me to that was so many different changes in my life at that time, and things were a little crazy. And going to church with a friend of mine and hearing the word, I just felt him. Feeling overwhelming presence of Jesus in that Sunday service. It was just overwhelming that he was knocking on the door, and I was ready to commit and answer. And because of that, things in my life have just fallen into place. It has been miraculous. It has been fantastic. I'm gonna say it's all been wildflowers and sunshine, but even during the difficult times, it has been just peaceful. Today I'm being baptized because I want to show the Lord in front of everybody that I have fully accepted Him. I have answered that door that He's knocked at for so many years.
Jesus was God's son, and He came there just to erase your sins. Because I go to heaven.
Always raised in the church, but before I really took faith seriously, felt like there was something missing. There was definitely more to life than just what we see. And I think over the years, while I was in the military, I was able to work with a lot of guys who had really strong faith, and they kind of helped push me in that direction to kind of rekindle that faith again. The faith I had when I was a kid. Been able to see all the great things the Lord's done in my life, and just very, very thankful. And I think my eyes have opened a lot since leaving the military, and really, really seeing what God's done for me.
Growing up, I was never in a church. The only time I go is when I was with friends on the weekends, or go with friends to Awana during the week. So that's really my only exposure. And when we asked his brother, who's a youth pastor, to marry us, that was one thing he asked is, can you guys frequently start going to church? So I said, well, let's go this Sunday. I guess we'll start now.
Having kids definitely has changed my life a lot, and made me realize having 4 healthy children has helped me really see the blessings that have really been put in my life. I can see all the works that the Lord's done. Even on bad days, I can still see the blessings that I have, and we're always provided for. And
we always would go to church, but I don't think it was super, kind of there for me until we were invited to a small group here with New Community, and we went every Wednesday. When we went to a small group, they didn't really care. They just really wanted to help us and show us how He was working through our life, in our personal life, through our marriage, and the way we communicate with each other, the way we communicate and care about others in our family and our friendships. And I definitely think that kind of was what took me to the next level.
Today I'm being baptized because I want to show the world what God's done in my life, and just how my faith has grown.
Today I'm being baptized because I want to give my life to Jesus Christ.